Lindsay McMorris, SUNY New Paltz, Edith Rodriguez, Temple University, Tiana Rodriguez, SUNY New Paltz, Malika Malika Stafford, Stockton University, Lukaya Taylor, Stockton University, Beyonce Tyus, Stockton University, and Alana Williams, Stockton University. Again, welcome. We come here to celebrate your installation and inauguration as members of our honor society, the Ankh Maat Wedjau Society. These words in ancient Egyptian mean Ankh, life, Mat, truth and justice, and Wajau, flourishing. It represents our commitment to a good life for all, to seeking and speaking truth, to doing and demanding justice, and to pursue human flourishing in its diverse and fullest sense of the word. And we come here to show rootedness in our heritage as African people and to promote the triple missions of Black studies, culture grounding, academic excellence, and social responsibility. Therefore, we welcome you, our 221 Honor Society inductees, with an Ahinsi ceremony. The Ahinsi installation ceremony. It is a time of council and celebration, and it is a recognition of the inductees' worthiness to become leaders in our field, to build on solid achievements, and to intensify your striving for excellence in all you do. And it is also a time of council in which we share this mission and wish the best for you, give you advice, and aid you in the task before you. And it is a celebration in which we wish for you, again, blessings without number and all good things without end. The Ahinsi is a collective ceremony. It's an icon word for enthronement. And you are enthroned as royal participants in our discipline and in our community. But we know that the only royalty is in righteousness. And the Honorable Marcus Garvey said, we're having aristocracy, but it will be based on service. So serve the people, serve your discipline, serve each other, serve good in the world. In African ceremonies, there are never spectators ceremonies. Thus, we should not make ourselves spectators, but active participants. So please join me in their induction and in paying rightful homage to them. And you join me by participating and saying the evocation of good in the world. So when I say this, Hotep, Ashe, Heri, which are words of evocation from Hotep, ancient Egyptian, Ashe, Yoruba, and Heri's Swahili, they're calling good in the world. And surely we want to bring good into the world. In fact, the ancestor sacred teachings tell us that we are divinely chosen to bring good into the world, and that this is a fundamental mission and meaning of human life. And so after me, when I say Hotep, I say Heri, it's calling forth good. And so now I'm going to share with you, share the screen, and have the, oh, I'm sorry, I was supposed to. Share screen first. Okay, okay, I got it. And I take this down. Uh-oh, I didn't do. Okay, tell me, show me how to do it. Oh, we're in the wrong place. Are you going? Oh, did I lose it? Oh, there it is. Mm-hmm. Now, where is it? Right here. Okay. Coming forward here for our libation bowl. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So we pour libation at the first part of our Ahinsi. We always do this. We pour homage to our ancestors who paved the path down which we now walk. We call them way openers. Those great ones who were so tall when they stood up, they were the heights of mountains, and when they lie down, they were the length of rivers. And as Ossie Davis said of Malcolm, in honoring them, we honor the best in ourselves. But we pour also for the ordinary people, everyday people who gave goodness and meaning to our lives and taught us righteous ways. to walk and study and learn and be good in the world. We do this, I repeat, because in honoring them, we honor the best in ourselves. They're the ones whose lives are our lessons, whose stature are our standards, and whose good deeds it is our duty to remember and honor by emulation. So first, I pour libation for Malcolm X and Fannie Lou Hamer, who taught us the morality of remembrance. It is Malcolm who said to us, study your history, and for of all our studies, history is best qualified to reward our research. I pour for our foremother also, Fannie Lou Hamer, who taught us the morality of remembrance, saying there are two things we should all care about: never to forget where we came from and always praise the bridges that carried us over. I pray to pour libation also for Harriet Tubman and Nat Turner, and for Nana and Gabriel Prosser, freedom fighters, who through their life lessons taught us in the Holocaust of enslavement, adaptive vitality, durability, and a profound and enduring commitment to freedom, unsurpassed in human history. Hotep, Ashe, Hede. I pour also for Mary McLeod Bethune, and W.B. Du Bois, great educators who taught us that real education is always directed towards service for the good of our people and the world. As Dr. Bethune taught, we should serve in such a way that at the end of our lives, even when we lie down, we stand tall on the platform of service. Hotep, Ashe, Hede. And I pour for the ancient Egyptians, our ancestors, a great people who taught us that we're not just in history, we are history. And given that, they said every day is a donation to eternity, and even 1 hour is a contribution to the future. And I pour for our ancient ancestors, the Yoruba, who taught us that we should do things with joy, for surely humans have been divinely chosen to bring good into the world. And that is our fundamental mission and meaning of human life. I pour too for Amilcar Cabral, who taught us that the struggle for a good world is a long and difficult one. And therefore, we should mask no difficulties, tell no lies, and claim no easy victories. I pour too for Andrew Cooper, who taught us that whatever we do, we must do together as men and women, that we should not let anyone hack us in the hostile air, that there is a female as well as male side to truth, and those who do not honor it not only do damage to others, they damage themselves. In fact, they are imbalanced. I pour too for all our people who did not meet and make the history book, our mothers and our fathers, our sisters, our brothers, our neighbors, and the people who just took interest in us, who are now past and risen in radiance in the heavens. We pour for them too, because even though they did not wear the African clothes we do, or remember the African languages we once spoke, they still taught us to be the best of what it means to be African and human by teaching us to seek and speak truth, to do and demand justice, to honor our elders and our ancestors, to cherish and challenge our children, to care for the poor and the vulnerable among us, to have a rightful relationship with the environment, to constantly struggle against evil, injustice, and oppression, and to always raise up praise and pursue the good. And in honoring them again, we honor the best in ourselves. Hotep, Ashe, Hede. The offering has been made, may it be received with the love and humbleness with which it was given. Hotep, Ashe, Hede. Okay. So we call on all of you this time to receive the virtues with which you must conduct your life now, right? This is a presentation of virtues central to your role as an activist scholar and as a representative of the National Council of Black Studies and as an emerging leader in your field, in your discipline of African kind of studies. And it is our wish and advice that you embrace and practice these virtues in your life, in the studies, in your work and struggles in the world. We would like to say to all of you, we share with you this historical moment, and we would like to reaffirm the central value of the virtues of wisdom, of courage, of justice, of kindness and service. And we say that your embrace and practice of these virtues will serve you well and equip you to not only, as Du Bois says, develop a capacity to make a living, but most important, the capacity to live and make a good life. I give you first, we give you first, the virtue of wisdom. We wish for you the virtue of wisdom and the will to seek and speak truth in your pursuit and practice of it. It's an ancient teaching that it is by wisdom that the world was conceived and constructed. It is also an ancient teaching of our ancestors that wisdom is the wealth of the world and a great good, for it is for life and it will never wither away. May you conceive and construct in wisdom, that is to say, with deep knowledge, critical insight, and the capacity to apply your knowledge in the most ethical, effective, and expansive ways. We wish for you also and assign to you the virtue of courage. And remember the ancient teachers that fear is the enemy of advance, but caution is the constant companion of those who are successful. Have courage then. Courage we wish for you in order that you may stand strong in the sure to come storm. We want you to remember Gwen Brooks's teaching that we conduct our blooming in the noise and whip of the whirlwind. We want you to remember the teachings of Howard Thurman, who said it is a beautiful feeling to ride the storm and remain intact. And we want you to remember the teachings of Nana Burrow, who said, our people, we specialize in the wholly impossible. And so I want you in difficult situations to remember that. I want you to speak truth and do justice and walk in the way of righteousness when others counsel to do otherwise. We give you also the virtue of justice. Do and demand justice. For as the ancient sacred text says, doing justice is breath to the nose and it lasts for eternity. In fact, the Hosea says, it is the true balancing of the whole earth. The teaching also says that wrongdoing and injustice may gain wealth, but it has never brought its wares to a serf poet. In the end, it is justice and truth that endure and enable the person to say, it is the legacy of my mother and father. We give you also the virtue of kindness. Practice kindness, because the teaching says if you do good to others, you will also find a family among you. Always find friends. In fact, the ancient teaching says doing good is not difficult. In fact, just speaking good is a monument for those who do it. For those who do good for others are also doing it for themselves. For in doing good for others, we are building the good relationships, community, and society and world we all want and deserve to live in. And finally, we focus for you and transfer to you the virtue of service. May you lead a life of service and be a self-conscious servant of our people and for the shared good in the world, always directing your efforts toward African and human good and the well-being of the world. And remember that leadership at its best is service in the interest of African and human good and the well-being of the world. And so now we are honored to give you this symbol of your new status. It symbolizes the responsibility of leadership and excellence you now assume. And we say in the tradition of our ancestors, as your beginning was great and good, so shall your development and achievements and leadership be if you dare struggle, speak truth, do justice, and walk in the way of rightness. Again, we wish for you blessings without number and all good things without end. And then may we close it and do, what do you call that, a gallery shot so we can see all the people, because I'm just seeing myself. And I don't know if you did that or I did. I think I had gallery. No, okay, there we go. That was me. Okay, and so now I asked all of you to sit down in the chair of responsibility. I would say, sit down in dignity and rise up in responsibility. And you must do this 3 times, and that concludes our ceremony. So now the reasons leaders do this 3 times in the Hansi ceremony, which is from the Akan culture, is to make sure that they are accepted and welcomed. If they sat down once, it doesn't mean that people accept them. But if they sit down 3 times, get up, and the people ask them to sit down 3, then it's an acceptance. It is also to reinforce the importance of the commitment of those who are inducted and installed. What you, the audience, have to do when they sit down the first time is say Ashe. They sit down second time, say, when they sit down first time, say hotel. Second time, Ashe, and the third time, Hedi. So I need everybody to say that. Can y'all say this now so I can hear you say it? Hotel.
Hotel.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Hedi.
Hedi.
And remember, that's Egyptian hotel, Ashe, Yoruba, Hedi, Swahili. All of it is invoking good in the world. You want good to come in the world. You want good to reinforce people in the world, right? We want to do good, right? Yeah, yeah. Okay. So, so we want you, those of you who are standing up, are you standing up? Okay. So we want you to sit down in dignity. Sit down. Rise up in responsibility. Hotel.
Hotel.
Oh, we got to do a little better now. Let's get into it. Hotel.
Hotel.
This is your ceremony now. You know what I'm saying? It's your ceremony. You got to talk out now. Okay, so I'm gonna try one more time. Okay, you already standing, so you don't have to sit down. I'm saying sit down in dignity, rise up in responsibility. Hotel.
Hotel.
Okay, sit down in dignity. Rise up in responsibility.
Ashe.
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 Sit down in dignity. Rise up in responsibility.
Hedi.
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 Asante, sit down, please. Sit down. You're accepted, you're honored. We welcome you. Karibuni. Mekuta jamaa yenu na mahali pa amani. Welcome, you found your family in a peaceful place. Zaidi ya hiyo, tunawatakia baraka idadi na vitu vyote vizuri bila mwisho. And also, as always, we wish for you blessings without number and all good things without end. Welcome, welcome, all of you. May you do good in the world. May you bring good in the world. And this too, this is our duty, to know our past and honor it, to engage our present and improve it, and to imagine a whole new future and to forge it in the most ethical, effective, and expansive way. Thank you so much, Asante Sana. This concludes our ceremony. Have you put, you always supposed to put your medallion on. Thank you so much. Now, we don't usually have time to do this, but if anyone wants to say something and say that you're glad to be a part of this family, this organization, that'd be good too. Anything you want to say is good. Okay.
I would just thank you, Dr. Kringa. Thank you all, NCBS, on behalf of my sisters and brothers at Temple, where Dr. Asante is our chair. And I just want to say, in anything that we do, it's always from the elders that we gain passage. So I'm thankful for this rite of passage. And so, Asante Sana.
Peace. Asante to you, Carmen Almano. Anyone else?
I just wanted to thank the National Council for Black Studies. I've been a member since like 2002.
Okay.
Involved in a variety of different things. So I'm really excited to be initiated as a scholar activist today. So I just want to thank NCBS for all of the love and support throughout my entire career. It's amazing. I'm just really appreciative for all of the scholars that came before me and all of the traditions and knowledge that have been imparted on me, and I plan to impart that as I continue to move on. So thank you again for everyone. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I would like to thank Dr. Allison from Stockton University for nominating me to be a part of this society. This is such an empowering thing to be a part of. And I know I worked so hard trying to get all my coursework in my Africana Studies minor done so well so that I could have something to show for it when I go forward. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Santi. Thanks. Mhm.
Good afternoon. I'd like to thank the ancestors, the elders, and NCBS. I'd also like to thank my home institution of Indiana University, Bloomington, the Department of African American and African Diaspora Studies for this amazing and monumental moment and honor. Thank you all.
Thank you.
I just wanted to thank you all and extend my graces for this opportunity. I just am very grateful to be here and to be honored here today and to be honored by you all because you are very honorary people. And I thank you is all I had to say.
Thank you, Santi.
I would also like to thank Dr. Allison and also Dr. Pat Reed Merritt, who isn't here at the moment. But
Yes.
this is an extreme honor to be here, and I'm very, very happy to be here and happy to be a part of this.
Good. Thank you.
I would also like to thank Dr. Allison and NCBS for allowing me to be welcomed into this such empowering movement.
Teach. Asante. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you. I would like to say thank you to all of you for being here. It's very nice to see other schools participating in the ceremony as well. I would also like to thank Dr. Allison and Dr. Karanga for having me here at the ceremony and inducting me. It's an honor to be a part of this ceremony.
Thank you so much from all of us at NCBS. And welcome again to our family of scholars, our community of scholars. You've done well. Mhm. Okay, I'd like to turn it over now back to Dr. Alicia Fontenette, and I see our president, our national president here, and I think he'll have something to say, but I'm gonna turn it over to Dr. Fontenette. Thank you so much.
Thank you all so much. And Dr. Karenga, every year you make this more special, more powerful. And NCBS Black Studies, we are always forever grateful and thank you for you, sir.
Thank you.
Everyone, welcome. You have been a part of the family. So now, like family, we need you to do what? Stay involved. So
That's right.
please be sure to contact me with any events you want to do. You all are welcome to use our platform to virtually host your scholarship. You are members. We are here for you. And please know that you can call on us anytime. At this time, I will turn the floor over to our president, Dr. Shabazz.
Thank you all. It's been a great conference. This is always a capstone, a highlight of it. This installation of the new generation of honor society members. We extend to all of you a great virtual hug. We're going to get through this pandemic. We're going to get through the pandemic of COVID-19. We're going to get through the pandemics of racism. As Dr. Milana reminded us of Nana Burroughs, we specialize in the wholly impossible. We know how to make a way out of no way. And so we are definitely going to move forward. From the student committee, I bring on the chair, my beloved immediate past president, Georgine Bess Montgomery. Are you coming in, Dr.?
All right. Good to see you.
Dr. Bess, you should have permission to talk. I just got you on here if you're able to unmute.
Come on with that spirit of Shango.
There we go. Peace and blessings, everybody.
Peace and blessings.
I'm so full, Dr. Karinga. You always do that thing when you are doing this libation.
Yes.
It is so powerful. It's so moving. You give the charge to our students. It's a charge that I take every time, because if I say reinitiate yourself. So I reinitiate myself. Each time I hear you do this, I say, Hotep. I say, and I say, Yeti, because this is indeed a powerful thing. We have to always recommit ourselves, because it's easy to get tired when you're in the vineyard. So we have to come back to the water to be replenished and to recommit ourselves. And today I feel recommitted, because this has been a powerful experience. Thank you all so very much. We look forward to seeing you all at the next. And as I've said several times, please be sure that you participate in the Terry Kershaw Graduate Undergraduate Essay Contest. Encourage your friends to become participants in NCBS, to become Honor Society members, to become Cato Fellows, the NCBS.
About it.
Be about it.
Okay.
And now Amy Glock will lead us out with some yoga moves.
With some what?
No, I'm totally joking. Share that yoga with us, though.
Yeah. If you get a chance, before you close, I would like to just say one more thing to our inductees. After you finish, Emeka.
No, you got it,
Dr.
sir.
Shabbat. Okay,
got it.
so I was just wanting to say that it's always good, and this is the way we end our meetings, and so I wanted to do the same here. This is the beauty of being together and having so much promise and looking forward to so many things. And as Dr. Shabbat said, yes, we're fighting this pandemic, but we're also fighting the pathology of oppression. So we got two pandemics, right? But we can overcome them if we dare to struggle and dare to win. And so I say to you, continue to struggle, keep the faith, hold the line, love and respect our people and each other, seek and speak truth, do and demand justice, practice the 7 principles, the Nguzo Saba, be constantly concerned with the well-being of the world and all in it, and dare help rebuild the overarching movement that prefigures and makes possible the good world we all want and deserve to live in, and leave as a legacy worthy of the name and history African. Thanks so much.
Dr. Allison, you get the prize of student involvement this year, bringing student involvement.
Jeez.
Good to see you, Dr. Allison.
Thank you. So proud of my students.
I'm sure you are.
So much so.
Dr. Fontenette, thank you for everything.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Fontenette.
Dr. Alfonso Simpson, wherever you are.
Yes.
Our conference committee chair. And as Dr. Fontenette says, be seeing us soon, because we'll be endeavoring to have things like this every month, as often as we can.
Yes. Okay.
All right, y'all. Free to land.
2009.
See you next year.
See you next year.
For the conference. I'm gonna see y'all next month for our next event.
All right. Very good. Sanjay, Dr. Fontenette, you on it. I like that.